Hello guys, today we will continue the topic of success and successful people in the world, and I'm going to introduce you one of the most recognizable internet personalities on YouTube, on Facebook, English speaking motivational speaker Jay Shetty. This guy is included into Forbes list. The list is 30 under 30, 30 человек кому до 30. And this guy's story is very inspiring and thrilling, I think. So he has 25 million followers on Facebook and nearly 3 million subscribers on YouTube, and he has a lot of subscribers and followers on Instagram as well. So what does he do? He makes videos, inspirational and motivational videos, and his goal, his purpose is make wisdom go viral. So these are his words, and he said that he is all about making wisdom go viral. What does it mean, make wisdom go viral? Go viral это означает, когда что-то распространяется с молниеносной быстротой в сети. Например, можно сказать, you can say that a new video went viral. Новое видео распространилось типа по всему миру и стало нереально вирусным, да? И он хочет, чтобы именно мудрость была такой, okay? So, and now I'm going to show you I'm going to tell you some facts about his life. So, as I have already said, he is an Indian-British internet personality and award-winning host. Host это как телеведущий, storyteller and motivational speaker. As a child, he was bullied for being overweight. То есть, когда он был ребенком, его очень часто над ним издевались из-за того, что он был немножко с лишним весом. And a little nerdy. Nerdy, it's like ботан, зануда, либо computer geek. But he never let this experience affect him. Но никогда не позволял этим трудностям, чтобы они на него повлияли. After meeting a monk when he was 18, Jay started redefining success for himself. После того, как он встретил монаха 18 лет, он начал переопределять, что такое success для него, что такое успех для него. He now wanted a life of service, impact and passion, as opposed to money, fame and power. Теперь он хотел жизнь служения, влияния и страсти, вместо того, чтобы служить ради денег, славы и силы. After graduating from Cass Business School, inspired to make a difference in the world, at 22 he went to live as a monk across India and Europe. He traded his suits for robes, shaved his head and lived out of a gym locker for 3 years. Как я вам уже сказала, в 20 лет, 22 года он решил жить как монах, уехал в Индию и traded his suits, то есть он обменивал свои костюмы на длинные одеяния, побрил голову и жил так 3 года. Jay meditated for 4 and 8 hours a day, experimented with various no water and food fasts to train the mind. Он медитировал 4-8 часов в день, экспериментировал с разными постами, да, вот это слово fast, это пост, без воды, без еды, да, чтобы тренировать свой разум. Often practicing meditation in extreme environments, hot and cold, he learned ancient practices of breath and mind control. И в таких условиях, получается, практикуя медитацию в таких очень экстремальных условиях, он научился древней практике дыхания и владения разумом. He studied the timeless philosophies and sciences of the East in great depths, focusing on seeing connections and messages for the modern world. Ну, здесь, думаю, все понятно. Он изучал вечные философии и науки Востока очень глубоко, концентрируясь на том, чтобы видеть связь и посыл, да, для современного мира. Half the day was spent on personal growth and the other half on help others. This included everything from personal and collective meditation, study and reflection to teaching philanthropy. For 3 years, Jay helped build sustainable villages, food programs distributing over 1 million meals per day, and coached millennials across the world about consciousness, well-being and success. Полдня он проводил на личный рост, а вторую половину на том, чтобы помогать другим. И это включало в себя не только личные или коллективные медитации, да, но также он изучал, значит, размышлял о том, как преподавать, и о филантропии, то есть о том, чтобы отдавать бескорыстно что-то, что у него есть, да, то, что у них есть. 3 года он помогал строить селения, помогал всяким продовольственным программам, то есть они раздавали, получается, больше, чем 1 миллион еды, да, meals, то есть приема пищи в день. Также он coached, то есть он был коучем, как бы, ну, понятно, да, коучинг проводил для millennials. Millennials — это подростки, получается, которые родились вокруг вот 2000 до 2010 года. Across the world about consciousness, о сознательности, о благополучии и об успехе. Jay moved back with his parents in London with no money to his name. Jay's friends from business school began inviting him to speak at their companies as they were undergoing high amounts of pressure and stress. That's how he began sharing his insights on productivity, happiness and success. Вернулся он через, получается, 3 или 4 года и начал жить в Лондоне без никаких денег. He was in debt, он был очень, в основном он был в долгах. Но его друзья с разных бизнес-школ начали его приглашать, потому что они, эти компании, they were undergoing high amounts, они переживали небольшой, получается, как говорится, большой всплеск давления и стресса. Таким образом, вот началась его деятельность по как бы sharing, да, потому что он начал делиться своими инсайтами и так далее. In 2006, he launched his own video channel on YouTube, and now he has nearly 3 million followers there, 25 million readers on Facebook. Эти слова я вам здесь дала, отдельно вы перепишите, и потом я буду их спрашивать на уроке. Okay, and now we are going to watch the video of Jay Shetty and Ellen DeGeneres. They will be talking to each other. Ellen DeGeneres, she's going to interview him. So I think it's really interesting and really captivating. So that's why, first of all, I wanted to give you these words: monk, grateful, failure. Сейчас вы услышите. Fascinated. He forced me to go. Заставил меня идти. Afterwards. The most captivating presentation I've ever seen. Самое захватывающее представление. Selflessness, бескорыстие. Если, например, можем сказать a selfless person, это бескорыстный, самоотверженный человек. It got me hooked. Меня зацепило, или можно сказать I was hooked. То есть меня зацепило. Вообще слово hook это крючок. Turn down это синоним от слова refuse. Refuse это отказываться. My corporate job. So he started business and he worked for as a lawyer for many companies, and he was working in the corporate world. Корпоративный мир. Это получается мир компаний и всяких там юристов и так далее. Если вы видели, возможно, фильм Suits или на русском «Форс-мажоры», там как раз-таки полное описание в corporate world. Serve humanity, служить человечеству. In debt, be silent, don't pronunciate be. So that's why in debt, в долгах. Burn out, выгорание. Feel like, хотеть. Например, I don't feel like doing homework tonight. Что-то не хочется мне делать домашку сегодня ночью. Wisdom, spread, распространяться. We are rushed by other people's timelines. То есть нас давит, да, то, что другие люди, вот их рамки нас давят, получается, или нас торопят. We are rushed. Have awareness имеется осознанность. Seeds, семена, weed, сорняк, avoid, избегать. Okay, so let's get to the video.
Jay, you're amazing, and I know a lot of people know about you and you know, follow your messages, but I'm happy to give you another platform to reach more people because it's incredible what you're saying and what you're doing. So you were a monk in India. First of all, why did you become a monk, and how long did that last? And
Absolutely. Well, I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
When I was growing up in London, I had 3 choices to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a failure. And I ended up at business school, so I guess I was the third.
I ended up at business school, то есть в конце концов я оказался в бизнес-школе.
And I was going to business school, and every week we had CEOs, entrepreneurs, celebrities coming to speak and share their stories. And I was fascinated by how people went from nothing to something. And one week I was told that this monk was invited. And I actually said to one of my friends, I said, I'm only going if we go to a bar afterwards.
И он, оказывается, сказал, да, что он только пойдет, только если после этого они пойдут в бар. То есть он вообще, he didn't want to go to this meeting with a monk.
because I wasn't interested in hearing a monk's perspective on life. So my friend forced me to go. He promised me we'd go to a bar afterwards, and it changed my life. It was the most captivating presentation I've ever been to, and he spoke about selflessness and service and kindness, and it just got me hooked. So I spent all of my summer holidays from 18 to 22, aged 18 to 22, half of them working in the finance corporate world in suits and driving cars in London.
И вот он говорит, с 18 до 22 лет он проводил свои поллета, он проводил in a corporate world in suits, в костюмах and driving cars.
And spending the other half living as a monk in India. And when I was 22, I decided to turn down my corporate job offers and go and live as a monk in India for 3 years. And half our days was silence and half of it was service. So we
Половина дней была silence, тишина, половина дня service.
meditated for half the day, and the other half we were trying to serve humanity and make a difference in the world.
Wow. So that is why you decided to not just be in India and be a monk. You decided it's better to be able to share this knowledge.
Yeah, well, when I left and came back, I was in debt. I moved in with my parents, age 26, and I was trying to figure things out. But a lot of my friends now worked at large organizations, and they were going through stress and burnout and pressure. And so they started to invite me to speak at their companies about everything I'd learned as a monk. And I started to do that, and I started to see impact inside these organizations. But I really felt, I was like, this knowledge and wisdom needs to reach everyone in the world. It needs to reach further than just corporate boardrooms. So in 2016, only 3 years ago, I started making these videos, which were these wisdom bites. And thankfully, to all of you and many others who've watched them, they started to spread. And Arianna Huffington was someone who really supported them and gave me an early tipping point too.
Yeah. So the most, I think the most viewed, you had 365 million on the topic of pressure, basically stress. So what do you say to people about that?
So the most viewed video of him, of Jay Shetty was 385 million views. Самый просматриваемый его ролик 385 миллионов просмотров.
Absolutely. I think it's something we all feel today. And the biggest pressure I think we feel is we're rushed by other people's timelines.
Самое главное давление, которое мы чувствуем, это то, что на нас давят временные рамки других людей. И это видео я вам тоже ссылку на него дам, и вы его посмотрите.
We're rushed by the success and achievement of people around us, or we're rushed by the supposed success and achievements of others we see on social media. And the biggest thing I'd say is give yourself permission to take time. Give yourself permission to recognize that living your passion and creating a purpose takes time. For some people, they've waited till 30 or 40 or 50 or 60. We want it to happen in our 20s, but your best years are yet to come.
Но ваши лучшие годы еще придут, yet to come.
Yeah, and I think you can't do anything until you're actually aware of it anyway. First of all, you have to have the awareness, and I think some people may be hearing that for the first time, and then once you're aware, you can take steps. So I think gratitude is probably the most important thing.
Gratitude – это благодарность.
That you can have, and you speak of that too. So what can people do today and include and speak about gratitude for a minute?
Absolutely. So one of the things about gratitude is that studies show that when you're in gratitude, when you're feeling gratitude, you can't be in another state.
Здесь он говорит, что если вы чувствуете благодарность, то вы не можете находиться в другом состоянии, кроме как благодарность.
You can't be angry or sad or disappointed when you're being grateful. So grateful for me is like a seed.
И получается grateful, быть благодарным, это как семена.
And when you're grateful, you plant this seed in your life, which is going to grow a beautiful tree and shade and fruits. And it helps you avoid what I call weeds in our life. So when
И вот эти семена, они помогают избегать нам то, что называется weeds, сорняки.
we're planting sadness or disappointment or anger, these are like weeds in our life. So every day I'm trying to plant seeds of gratitude, and I recommend doing it the first thing you do in the morning, but even more importantly, the last thing you do before you go to bed. Because when you do it before you go to bed, you wake up with gratitude in the morning. So it programs your mind to be grateful the next day.
And he recommends to be grateful and to think about being grateful before you go to bed. Okay, so that's why in the morning you should start your day with gratitude.
Yeah, it's so easy to do. I think
So easy.
I think sometimes it takes seeing a tragedy or seeing something for us to realize how grateful we are for our lives and just the smallest things. So gratitude is so important. You're amazing. I wanted to do more with you. So if you have a question for Jay and you want to find out more about him, go to our website. And I want to have you on all the time, every day. I think you're
so
amazing.
Kind. That means so much to me.
Jay, you're incredible. I know you've mentioned me before, and it's
You're
an honor.
in so many of my videos.
Well, it's an honor. All right, we'll be right.
Okay, so this is the end of the video. And this video you will watch on your own. I will send you a link, okay, to your WhatsApp group. But first of all, I wanted to give you some pre-teach vocabulary. So pre-teach, то есть получается до этого, до того, как вы будете смотреть, предварительный vocabulary. So you will hear such phrases like your life will be set. Ваша жизнь устаканится, установится, да? Find work immediately. Make decent money. Делать хорошие деньги, либо вообще слово decent переводится как достойные деньги. Часто можно сказать, употреблять decent hospitals, decent schools, достойные школы, достойные больницы. Take gap years. Вообще слово gap это пробел. Take gap years это означает брать отпуск, да, 1 год, то есть не учиться, не работать, а что-то другое делать. Часто европейцы, они ездят по волонтерским программам. They do voluntary work. Find your purpose. Purpose it's a synonym for goal, aim. Change your mind. Например, я передумала. I changed my mind. According to, согласно чему-либо. Ahead of you, впереди меня, тебя. Например, some people can be ahead of you, some people can be behind you. Happen at its own pace. Происходить согласно своему темпу. Вообще слово pace это как скорость. И все происходит по своей собственной скорости. Be patient, терпеливым. Be rejected, быть отвергнутым. Вообще слово reject это отвергать. Здесь ошибочка. Get a degree, получить степень. Start a family, основать семью, то есть жениться и начать как бы семейную жизнь. Don't let anyone rush you with their timelines. Не позволяйте никому торопить вас, либо давить на вас их же временными рамками. What counts? Эта фраза, это как больше как... Count здесь имеется в виду не считать, а то, что имеет большое значение. What counts переводится как что важно. Например, я могу сказать... What counts is that you should be motivated and confident in learning English. Все, что важно, это то, что вы остаетесь уверенными и замотивированными в изучении языка. Meaningful – значимый, purposeful – имеющий цель, fulfilling. Слово fulfill вообще переводится как выполнять, осуществлять, но здесь он adjective, прилагательный, означает making someone happy and satisfied. So, например, I can say my life experience is fulfilling. Make an impact, оказывать влияние, либо очень хорошая фраза make a difference, да, то есть это тоже как, то есть сделать что-то как бы осязаемое, сделать что-то какой-то, не difference здесь не разница, а именно make a difference in the world, positive difference, it means to be, to make some contribution. Внести какой-то вклад. So you should watch this video on your own. This is one of the most viewed videos of Jay Shetty, and it was very, how to say, thought-provoking. I showed this video to my students, to my school children students, I mean, and it's very useful and motivational. So that's why I really recommend it to see. You will hear these words. You will meet these words there in this video. And also, your task number 1 is, after having watched this video, you should explain the meaning of this saying, of this quote of Albert Einstein. Not everything that counts can be counted. Not everything that is counted truly counts. And I want you to tell me, what does this mean? Okay? So, go on. Now, a little bit of world building techniques. And we're going to deal with some adjectives with negative prefixes. So, when we learn adjectives, we should be aware of the negative prefixes, okay? For example, surprising, unsurprising. So there are some negative prefixes like un, il, in, dis, ir, im и так далее. И there is no, how to say that, rule, there are no rules to say like if the word is like this, then it would be, the negative prefix would be un. If the word is like this, then the negative prefix will be il. No, there are no rules, just check in the vocabulary, okay? So just learn how it's in real language. So that's why legal, законный, незаконный, illegal, fair, справедливый или честный, часто говорят it's unfair, это нечестно. Dependent, зависимый, independent, honest, dishonest. H это silent letter, не читается. Acceptable, unacceptable, неприемлемый. Likely, unlikely, вероятный, вероятно, невероятно. Visible, invisible. Certain, uncertain. Patient, impatient. Patient это не только пациент, но и терпеливый. Responsible, irresponsible. Loyal, преданный, disloyal. Обычно бывают loyal friends, and they can be disloyal sometimes. Tidy, untidy, kind, unkind, легко, polite, impolite, safe, unsafe. То есть safe это безопасный, unsafe это небезопасный, то есть опасный. Satisfied это довольный либо удовлетворенный, unsatisfied opposite meaning. Believable, unbelievable, possible, impossible, legible, то есть разборчивый почерк, читаемый или неразборчивый. And this task is for your homework. It's easy. It's just you should put these adjectives with or without negative prefix into these gaps. Okay, you will do it logically. Task number 2 is you should complete these questions with correct adjectives and answer them. Okay, so first of all, complete these questions and then you should answer them. And this is speaking task, so that's why I will be waiting for your audio messages. This task is for working with dictionaries. You should find negative forms of these adjectives and synonyms if you can, if possible. For example, pleasant, приятный, and you should give his negative form and then you should give the synonym for pleasant. And this is a speaking task. I like speaking tasks and I hope that you do too. So you should describe a successful person. Who is a successful person in your opinion, and just pick one and tell me about him. And tell me please what is success for you. At the end I'm going to tell you what is success for me, and then it will be your turn. Do you consider yourself a successful person? Do you think people focus too much on appearing to be successful? Как вы думаете, люди слишком зациклены на том, чтобы выглядеть успешными? Why is money the most common way of judging success? Почему деньги рассматриваются самым распространенным как бы параметром оценивания успеха? Can money buy happiness? How much pressure do your parents put on you to be successful? Сколько давления вам оказывали родители на вас, чтобы вы были успешными? How much pressure will you put on your children? И какое давление вы будете оказывать на своих детей? Ну, конечно, это немножко такие более сложные вопросы, and they may fit intermediate level. So that's why if it's difficult for you, then you can answer shortly, briefly, as much as you can, okay, as well as you can. So that's why don't panic, don't lose motivation. Just if it's difficult, skip it. Do you think it's easy to be successful? What do you think about Jay Shetty? Have there been any failures that made your life better? Были ли какие-то провалы, которые превратили вашу жизнь лучше, то есть сделали ее лучше? Обычно success начинается именно с failures. Can you think of any famous people who failed spectacularly at something? Знаете ли вы кого-либо из известных людей, которые провалились, ну я не знаю, там в каком-то очень важном деле, и это было очень как бы распространено среди всех, все знали об этом. Talk about a time you failed at something you tried. Don't talk about anything that will make you uncomfortable or embarrassed. Расскажите о том, как вы в чем-то, что-то у вас не получилось. но можете не рассказывать, если вы чувствуете себя некомфортно или смущаетесь. Can you think of any famous quotes or idioms about success or failure? Okay, you are welcome to say to share just quotes and sayings and idioms here too about success or failure. So I hope that you will like this video. Today I am a bit under the weather. I'm feeling unwell, so that's why I have some problems with my throat and my voice, so that's why I apologize for it. So thank you for your attention. Goodbye.